Hey guys, what's going on? It's Colin from Ganador Gaming here. I just got done at our Sunday locals and I got third place with live stream Splight, and I'm gonna get right to the deck before I get for you guys. So for our Sprites, we played 3 blue, 3 jet, 3 smash, 3 starter, 1 smashers, and these are all the 1-0s. I opted for pixies. Came out flush today. Actually won me a match. Card's crazy. Searchable honest Neos on your opponent's turn is just ridiculous. And then for the live twins, I played 3 blue, 1 pink, 1 frost. Now, if you want, I don't play the Toad engine in this deck, so I don't play the swap. You could, in theory, cut this for a second frost and then play swap frogs and go for Toad. I just don't think it's worth it. I feel like it's just a little too, it's too much investment into one Omni that recycling it doesn't really do much. So I just opted to play for more hand traps. And then for the spells, I played 2 Secret Password and 2 Sunny Stitch. You could cut this one. You could cut the second password for another Sunny Stitch. They do the same thing. I don't think it's really that big of a deal, but it's something you could do. And then one card I added today, which is actually pretty cool, was Hyperia for Gigantic Sprite off the special, because I noticed a lot of the time, you know, the whole point of this deck is to draw. You're drawing a lot with your Evil Twin engine, and Hyperia was really cool to summon just to get extra, even another draw. So like some turns I ended my hand with like 5-6 cards. Like, it's ridiculous. Now the rest of the deck and what makes this deck good is hand traps. So I played 2 Imperm, 2 Ghost Mourner. This card is crazy, by the way. Actually, I burned a dude for 3,000 life points because I beat over 2K Labyrinth, or yeah, it was a Labyrinth matchup, and he took 2,000 off of Mourner. It was crazy. Actually won me the game. 2 Ogre, 2 Ash, and then for the 3-0s, you play 3 DD Crow, 3 Nib, and 3 Veiler, and that makes a 40 card main deck. Now, as for why I went for 2 ofs, not opting out for 3, Ash in this format right now, it's not great. It's not bad. It definitely like hurts like road decks and stuff, but it's not like against Tier, which is like the best deck right now. It doesn't really do much. So I don't know. I didn't really see the need to play more. Ogre actually was kind of clutch today. I'm not gonna lie. It's really good against the Sprite Mirror. Against Flandres, my boy Philip. I ogred his map twice, and it really hurt. I feel like Mourner obviously was clutch. Nib. Everyone disrespects Nib. The card is crazy right now. Nib plus any other hand trap, and your opponent is practically not playing.
Honestly, in my honest opinion, the 2 ofs are great just because you don't want to draw into, say for example, you start off with 2 Ash, you know, you can't use the second Ash on their turn, and you got the Crows that are always usable, you got the Veilers.
Yep, the only thing that kind of sucks is drawing Veilers is 6 card, but that never happened today. I never ran into it once. And yeah, I never really drew duplicate hand traps, to be honest. I had one game where I did draw double Ash, and I was like, you know, not every hand is the God hand, so it happens. But still, I had one awkward hand, but I never fully bricked. So yeah, and that wraps up the main deck. We'll go in the extra deck here. So for my bigger links, this was a new addition today. I played Underworld Goddess, and then Unicorn, because the thing with live twins, I feel like a lot of people forget, is when you special summon a live twin off of their effect to bring one back, the other one, so like if you have Keys Kill and you special Lila, it locks you into Fiends.
Right.
So what's cool is you can still make Unicorn because it's a Fiend. And you can even do it. Yes, this is also a Fiend, which actually came up today. I did this against the Labyrinth player because I couldn't get over the 2900, so I just had a lot of little monsters, made this, and yeah, it was kind of crazy. And yeah, so those are for the big links at XYZs. They're playing the Soul Sweeper. This card came up too. It's a nice spot banish till your opponent's next end phase. And also with Runic, it'll recycle back your banished cards up to the numbers of material it has. So it actually has some pretty decent application. I played 2 Gigantic. It always comes up. If you're running 1 Gigantic, you don't know how to play Sprite. I'm going to be honest. Not even trying to be offensive. So, like, you need to. It just comes up every single time. Usually you're linking the first one away in your first main combo. So you need to. And then I played Downer Zeus. I'm thinking, honestly, considering cutting Downerd for a copy of Gin Buster, just to kind of strengthen the going first end board a little bit. Because right now, the thing I'm noticing is, like I said, the deck got 3rd place at locals today. It still does well. It's just the going first end board is typically consisting of like a red plus elf, and then your evil twin. So I mean, it's dark. It's very susceptible to Dark Ruler, and I just feel like it could use a little bit more gas. So I'm gonna try Gin Buster probably in my next build and see how that performs.
Right.
And then going on to the Link 2s, we play IP, 1 blue and 2 pink. I feel like this ratio is perfect because you don't really want to make any more than one of these, because if you have 2 of these, you have 2 Monster Reborns. But with this one, it only draws. But you want the pop more. The pop is the reason why like the Evil Twin monsters are really good for helping you break boards, because you pop with this and then you draw going first. So these cards overperformed today. Really just couldn't ask for, you know, truly had just a blast. Sorry, no. And then I played 3 elf. I think 3 elf is mandatory. There's times when you have to make a 3200 gigantic to beat over a big monster, and you need to make a second elf after. And then let's say your opponent, you don't kill your opponent that turn, and they break your board, then you're down to, if you're only playing 2 elf and you have no elf, and then you auto lose. But with the 3rd elf, you can still play. I think 3 elf is always mandatory. It's that broken of a card. I mean, literally, you can't, monsters is pointing to can't be targeted. Monster Reborn on either player's turn. Crazy. And the last card I play is the Dark Charmer. Just overall a solid card. It searches, actually a lot of people, I feel like people forget this, but when it gets destroyed, it actually searches a Dark Monster 1500, and all your sprites are, all your sprites are less than 18 or 1500, so you search any one of your sprites. So it's a cool little tech thing. So that's it for the extra deck, and then I'll go into the side deck real quick. Get that out of the way. Alright, so for the side deck, for the back row removal, I played 1 Heart Piece, 2 Cosmic. This was plenty. I ran into 1 Labyrinth deck today. I feel like this is plenty. You still have Smashes in your main deck too, and so I feel like this is plenty of back row removal. It gets the job done. Cosmic's great. I mean, the spot banish right now, absolutely ridiculous. So that's it for that. And then new addition today, which I cited it but never saw it, was Droll. With the Pendulum deck coming back out now, this card is really strong. They search a lot during their combo. And against the Laundries, obviously they still can't play. And yeah,
this card just stops them straight in their tracks.
And like I said, you're playing a lot of hand traps in your deck, so I felt like siding them, was just good. I would keep them. And yeah, so now for the going first is post game 1. You got Sanctum and Scythe. I know some live twin builds are main decking the Scythe. I don't think that's bad. I just feel like, I don't know. Honestly, maybe I'll consider playing it. I feel like if you're gonna Scythe block someone, like, I mean, if you're siding it in, like, you already have so many different ways to, you're already gonna make them not play. So, it's something I would consider. It's just I feel like drawing Scythe kind of does suck. I mean, you can pop it, but still kind of feels bad. And then I played 2 D-Barrier. This card wasn't bad, but honestly, since I'm already playing Sanctum and Scythe, my opponent's not getting into the extra deck anyway. So in the future, I would probably cut this for Anti-Spell Fragrance. I feel like that card right now is just absolutely broken. It literally shuts Runic off completely. You just OTK them after it. So definitely would put Anti-Spell in over those for upcoming regional. To my top, get another deck profile. Then I played 2 Trap Trick. And that's exactly why I played 2 D-Barrier. So you banish 1 off of the Trap Trick, and then you set this, flip it. And then the last card never came up today. Should have sided it in one of my game 3s. That would have probably won me another match, but now I know for the future. Red Resonator. This card is just crazy. I mean, for going in time and wild, I watched a dude get a draw because of this card, because he lost game 1 and game 2 it was like 20 seconds left, and this card was crazy. So yeah, and it actually has a cool effect when you normal summon it. You get the special level 4 or lower from your hand. So literally, it's also a free extender, and it could be a pseudo starter. So yeah. But with that, guys, that is third place, live train Sprite deck profile. I hope you enjoyed the video, and leave anything in the comments if you have any other ideas. I'd love to check them out and theorize with you guys. But yeah, with that, sign off.